and time passed. She had no idea how much, and she finally emerged from her coward's nest. The music was still pulsing into the night, but that was all she heard. Her legs felt like concrete pillars as she mounted the stairs, her ears and eyes straining for more sounds and any movement that didn't belong. She tentatively pulled open the big glass door and stepped into the house, pausing breathlessly in the violet shadows of the living room. "If you hold your breath, the monsters can't find you." Everything was just as she'd left it. There were no signs that anything had happened here. Maybe nothing had happened here. She was just paranoid from the last bowl she'd smoked. Hearing things, imagining things. Her highs could sometimes go in that direction. But it would be stupid to ignore the chilling, warning tingle that seized her spine. So she crept down the hall to the bedroom, where she'd left her tote bag. Inside it was a gun. She saw the shards of a wine glass first, glittering on the floor, then the upended lamp and the looted drawers hanging from their tracks. Clothing spilled from them like mocking, colorful tongues. And finally, the naked man, face down on the bed. She didn't need to check his pulse to know he was dead. The blood and the 2 holes in the back of his skull told the story. Acid and a scream rose up her throat in unison, but she swallowed them before either could break free from her mouth. Horror and terror vied for dominance. Until now, she hadn't realized there was a difference between the two. Then self-preservation usurped them both. Choking on sobs, she dropped to the floor and groped for her Louis Vuitton knockoff. She'd left it next to the bed, but it was gone now. She wasn't supposed to be here. She couldn't be here, not with a dead man. But now someone knew she had been, beseeching the murderous invader and thief to take what he wanted from her tote and dump the rest in a place it would never be found. She ran for her life, leaving her ruined dreams and the ruined body behind. There was nothing she could do for him now, and nothing he could do for her. Kira hadn't expected the malevolent shadow waiting outside the front door, hadn't expected the blow to her head or her violent descent into blackness. She couldn't see, but she could hear ragged breathing, feel cold steel pressed against her lips. In her last moments, her mind retreated to the beach and found peace in the gentle tug of the tide and the enchanted, sparkling path the moon had laid for her on dark water. She was going to find out what was on the other side of the horizon, after all. Chapter 2. January 10th, 1864, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Dear brother, I write again with news of your nephew Peter, as I know you have always had the greatest affection for him and are deeply concerned for his welfare. He has recovered well from the amputation and other physical injuries sustained, which is undeniably God's miracle. However, it grieves me to report that the disturbing episodes I've described in my earlier correspondence have persisted, if not escalated. Brother, when I look into my dear boy's eyes, I do not see him. I see only terror and pain, that of a trapped and badly wounded animal. It is with profound regret that I tell you it has recently become necessary to tether him to prevent harm to himself or the younger children. He is currently in confinement in the attic room in accordance with Dr. Herman Grosinger's recommendation. I know you have never been overly impressed with Herman since our childhood, but he has been devoted to Peter's care since his return from Gettysburg. It is the doctor's opinion that the violence experienced in battle has bedeviled his mind and very soul. I believe this is a progressive philosophy, and Dr. Grosinger has been employing the latest treatments and elixirs, including hypodermic injections of a soporific, which has a blessed, calming effect. We are all praying that God will heal him and bring him back to us. I ask that you keep him in your prayers as well. Our regards to Lavinia and the children. Very fondly, Henry Harold Easton, Esquire. Sam Easton couldn't take his eyes off the beautiful florid script a distant relation had painstakingly translated.